Justice League Unlimited, issue number 3. That's right, folks. The dream team of Mark Waid and Dan Mora and Tamara Bonvillain are back. And truly, it's amazing that Mark Waid is still making really good comics. Why is that happening? That sounds so negative, but it's like, wow, he still has it. Like, this is well-paced, and it has characters acting in character, and an actual idea is forming. It's really annoying how good this is, because I'm like, are we ever going to give other writers a chance to shine? Why would we when we have Mark Waid at some of the best heights of his career? It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm just so on board with it. What a well-paced issue that literally has every character in it. It's kind of amazing. Let's get into it. This opens up, we're at the Watchtower. We're with Renee Montoya. She's like the security officer. She's investigating stuff. She's walking around. She realizes that somebody hasn't been in their like room for a while, so she's trying to figure out what that is. They start sniffing around, end up in the kitchen where Green Arrow is making his chili. He's got a Batman apron on. It's funny. Then they find crumbs. She's like with a dog. She's with her dog. They find crumbs, and they head to like a weird, I don't know what you'd call it, just like a hiding hole in the Watchtower, and that's where Airwave has been. And she's like, hey, found ya. He's like, whoa, I'm not doing anything. He's like, yeah, I know, but you have your own quarters, and I'm wondering what's going on with you. Like, I do routine roster checks and seeing who's in and who's out and all that stuff, and you haven't left the Watchtower in 12 days. And he's starting to freak out because we know he's working for the bad guy. But she's like, I know your secret. He's like, no, it's not like that. It's like, oh, God. He's like, no, I get it. Like, you don't have a home. You're one of those, like, kids that was, like, stripped from, like, a timeline that Stargirl saved and, like, the Lost Children. So you don't really have anything to go home to. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's run with that story. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm worried they're going to kick me out. She's like, no, it's all good. Stay here as long as you need. It's all fine, kid. I got an idea. Why don't you mask up and see how you can help other people, okay? So that's fun. Let's cut to the Amazon on fire. There's a big fire spreading across the entirety of the Amazon. Perfect timing for a book about a huge fire that's rapidly spreading to come out. And the team's like, how do we deal with this? We have Red Tornado, Elongated Man, and Mr. Terrific looking at it, but they dispatched a team that consists of Superman, Wonder Woman, Star Sapphire, the Captain, which is Captain Marvel, which is Shazam, which is Billy Batson, Stars and Stripes, so it's Stargirl and Stripe, and the Flash are here. They're going to have to figure out how to do that. We also got Airwave involved, so Airwave's going to be like on comms and like places where there's like hard communication. He's going to help like spread Wi-Fi everywhere. So Superman heads into like the middle of the fire, finds like a big pillar. He's like, yep, this is probably it. Tries to move it. Turns out it's a magic fire, so he can't do anything. Wonder Woman tries to lasso it. They call in some like reserve like magic users who could potentially help out, get the sorcerers in here. So we got Zatanna showing up. We got Zainth Zhao, who is from like, it's the Alyssa Wong book. Like it's the person with like the big sword. I don't remember like what they do specifically, or what, Spirit World, was that the name of the book? And Dr. Occult's back. So they're like, this isn't working. Well, we have to like figure out some more options to move this stuff. Luckily, Red Tornado sends in a couple of the metal men, Gold, Iron, and Platinum, who are capable of like withstanding fire, so they can like stop the spread of the fire. Hopefully that will work. We also realize that the big pillar in the middle of the fire has the same logo as the Inferno signal that we've been fighting for the past couple of issues. Somebody mentions that it's like a big fire. I think it's Mr. Terrific that mentions it's like a big fire that almost wiped out all of John Jones's race. And they're like, hey, don't forget that Martian Manhunter like left us in the middle of the last issue. And now Batman is going to go try to track him down as the world's greatest detective. Everyone's in the book. Everyone's shown up for a minute. Anyways, it's not like the same fire, but we have to figure out what to do. So it's Zatanna that uses her power to be like, reveal yourself, show us who your masters are. And like a big portal opens up above the top of the pillar, and like a weird cloaked figure is like, oh my, look what the humans have learned. Oh no, old ancient beings trying to destroy the world. Yeah, I know what a comic book is, so every time it happens, I'm not annoyed by it. But I'm like, big mysterious figure in a cloak, like a wraith. I don't know. It's whatever. It's fine. They're gonna like destroy the world in certain ways for certain reasons, so humanity sees its folly. So humanity learns a lesson. We'll come back to that in a minute because we got to set up the Adam Project book. I feel like we've been setting up this book for so long. We're in Gateway City. One of the Adams, I think this one's Ryan, he's like comes to like the door, and inside are Ray Palmer and Plastic Man. Eel O'Brien's like, hey, I don't know which Adam you are. Do I call you Ray or Ryan? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, let's figure this out. What's going on in this section of the book? Well, when everybody swapped powers, we also find out that Plastic Man swapped powers with Phantom Girl. They were on the Terrifics together, and they're going to use their new Adam Project device to try to switch their powers back. So they break into Phantom Girl's house, and we see that she's like a hideous, grotesque monster that's falling apart and can't keep her mouth together. Just imagine the worst visuals of Clayface and then exemplify that by 12. And Eel's like, oh my god, sweetie, what happened to you? We're going to fix this, okay? We're going to fix this. Tell her we're going to fix this. She's breaking apart because she's a child. She is like a child. So they're like, Eel, you just got to touch this thing. He's like, I can't. I'm Phantom Girl now. I don't know how to control this. So you have a person who's falling apart. A guy so used to controlling his limbs can no longer like be tangible with his limbs. But eventually they get themselves to focus on it. And it works where they're back to normal. He's like, woohoo, I'm Plastic Man again. Yay, I'm Phantom Girl. We're together. And then she's like, good, I can finally go be with my people. Thank you so much. And then she leaves, and he's like, aw, she just got back, but I guess she has to leave. Cool, I'm happy with it. I mean, Dan Mora doing Plastic Man with Bond villain colors. Perfect. Anyways, then the last part of this book, well, this section of the book, I should say, is the Adams being like, hey, we're doing an Adam Project book. You should read it, Plastic Man. Interested to hear more? Buy the book. Cut back to the big cloaked figure. It's like, we have much planned for your world. Conquest at the least of it. We seek domination, but not total genocide. Earth's heroes must live to see what doom is planned for the human race. We are the agents of vengeance, which will visit you in many forms. And it cuts to Airwave at that point. Vengeance? What are they doing vengeance for? Anyways, they can't hold the portal open any longer. Dr. Occult's like, I have more questions, and he jumps into the portal, so we just lost Dr. Occult. Terrific's like, that stupid idiot. I hate all you people. We're losing so much greenery around here. He's like, greenery? That's it. Airwave, I have a mission for you. Go call Aquaman. And then, yay, Aquaman shows up. Woohoo! This takes place before the events of his book, because in his book, he went through a portal, like Dr. Occult. Anyways, we gotta go. We gotta get to Louisiana. So Airwave and Aquaman head to Louisiana because they're gonna go find Swamp Thing. And we referenced that, like, we have a new Swamp Thing. Levi Kame is the new Swamp Thing. Anyways, we head there, and Swamp Thing's like, Aquaman. He's like, yeah, we've been sent for you. We know you don't want to work with, like, the Justice League. But there's a global disaster. We need you in the green. He's like, yeah, I've been trying. I'm familiar. Like, I've been trying to make efforts, but it's not working. And then, like, Swamp Thing bursts into flames. He's like, yeah, no. And Aquaman's like, what the hell just happened? That's where the book ends. Yeah. Like, everybody got a little something to do here. It's still like a regularly scheduled comic book with the same amount of pages as any regular comic book. Maybe a little more. I'm not too sure. I didn't count. How does he keep doing it? How does he keep making these books so good and interesting? It's frustrating. It's good, though. But, man. Still, like, dominating the comic book industry 30 years later is really cool. It makes me happy. This is a good book. I don't know. Do you need me to sing the praises of it anymore? It's a good book. Justice League Unlimited, issue number 3. I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.